Let me get some links ready for you. Post them if you want them.
All right. I'm just gonna go before we start the session. I'm just gonna go fill my little water can.
Yes,
just
everybody get water very quickly.
I'm just gonna go fill my little get drinks. Use the PP room if you have to.
Okie doke.
I'll be back.
Use the PP room if you have to.
Okie doke.
I'll be back.
Use the
I have hydration.
Congratulations.
I feel like you should change the stream name, by the way, because it's still session 3.
Why does it say that? What?
On the stream notification.
Okay, hold on. We're on 6, right? No, 7.
We don't need to be so quiet. We can start.
Right.
Unless everybody's still getting water.
I think so.
Because silence and spooky ambient music makes for bad television.
It builds up the suspense.
Little star, twinkle,
Stop that!
little star.
God damn it, Pope.
You just sang the first lyric twice, you git.
I thought
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what's funny.
I don't know the full song in English.
I thought
Fuck
we
off.
were playing.
It's Twinkle. Yeah, you're right. Let's fucking go.
I thought we were playing a Fallout sim, not a Dead Space sim.
You're
Meppe,
right.
meppe.
I am here.
So are we going to start or what?
Yeah, then
How do we?
This
Sure.
is.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wait, is everyone here?
I don't know if Leslie is.
Everyone here? Okay.
Is everyone here?
Sakurai, is everyone here? Anyway.
Lock you here.
Yep, I'm here.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so in the last session, you guys started to plan an ambush to a group of orcs. But stuff got thrown out the window as, first of all, Naja met with a robot mechanic that runs a car shop, Gizmo's car shop, that, Gizmo still alive. He's just taking a nap on the floor there. Looks at the skeleton. Anyway, she managed to work out a deal, or at least get the robot to talk with his boss about it. After that, you guys went back, and as you prepared for the ambush, something surprised you folk, as you saw a group of trolls wandering the streets of the city. And you decided to, you know what, let's not deal with this, and bunker down. As you were bunkering down, you see that the trolls got ambushed by a group of wyverns. After a scuffle between the wyverns and the trolls, one of the wyverns died and two of the trolls died during the combat. And during the scuffle, one of the trolls that died dropped a bag of trash on the floor that had apparently a lot of stuff. As you guys went to investigate it, Skip made some really loud noises that made one of the wyverns that caught the attention of one of the wyverns who was still in the area, who came back to, hey, let's grab a little bit more morsels. After a quick battle with the two remaining wyverns, you guys quickly scared them off, and as they went away, they left it. You guys got the trash bag back, seeing that there was a bunch of junk in it, and besides the junk, a halfling lady, Kayomi, one with the sheeps, and a very fluffy and big sheep. Bah! So as you guys finish up, sheep. So as you guys finish the combat, and you see that. Yeah, let's better get out of the middle of the street. This place is quite dangerous. As she's walking with her she's mounted on the sheep, going towards a direction somewhere safe. What you guys doing?
Steve is looking through the bag and taking the stuff I said I would, being a bunch of sticks, a bunch of cans of tomato sauce, and a crate of milk.
Yeah.
You're going, then. Eyes will follow her.
Going back to me getting a nat 20 on knowing what a wyvern is, would I know if these creatures would, or how these creatures operate in terms of would they come back in greater numbers, or did we just pretty much scare them off entirely?
With your natural 20 that I remember, you probably know that they probably come back for you guys later if you run across. Especially the one that got nearly blinded by Skip. You're probably gonna want some revenge on that. But besides that, for now, they're probably gonna go lick their wounds, recover, and if you cross paths again, they're gonna probably come back with the rest of the pack. You do know that usually a wyvern pack has about 12 to 8 wyverns that live together.
And how
So
how smart would you say they would be? Like, what are they capable of intelligence, or are they just basically like a pack of wolves at this point?
they are quite
They're apparently capable of revenge.
You do know that they are not the smartest, but they do have some sort of intelligence. Additionally, you do know that they have strangely a sense of pride in themselves. Maybe it's the draconic blood in them. They also have a tendency to hoard for some reason, even though they have no use for treasure. They just like shiny stuff.
Yeah, she kind of relays this information out to the group and say, it might be best that we stay off the roads. Maybe if we can try and go between buildings, that might be more ideal to do so.
And you think that,
Go ahead.
and you think we can find a path out of the city that way? Do you know which alley is lead to where? I just want to know how to get out of here as fast as we can. We still need to deal with that orc.
Yes.
This lady apparently knows, right?
I do know.
So we want faster that doesn't take the roads then.
Yeah. There are some places that have there are some places that have are interconnected buildings with some big boards that you can walk through. That maybe if you're fast enough, you can go through it, and there's gonna be no space for the wyverns, so you can avoid the road as well.
But the jeep, we sort of still need that.
Well, if you're going deeper into the city, you're probably not gonna be able to use that big.
We want to get out of the city, not go deeper into it.
Oh, then just go back the way you came.
And you think that would be safe?
As safe as it gets.
Are you guys all for that? Because I'm thinking that's our only plan of action right now.
Be a waste of time to go all the way down here without doing anything about the situation.
We can't do anything about the situation right now. Believe me, I want to, but it's too much for us right now.
If
What
this-
kind of situation are your folks talking about?
About the medicine situation.
Oh, medicine situation. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant dealing with her.
What?
No, not her, not at all. If anything, we won't be able to find her. She's gonna find us.
Right.
I don't want anything to do with that lady. She was freaky.
Neither do I.
You're talking about the big bimbo abomination lady.
Yes.
Is that what you call her? Well, it's
Well, that
accurate.
name is a bit crass. Yeah, that is you're talking about her.
Ah, yes. I mean, probably avoiding her would be nice. She has those, she had those freaky skull things and some really weird clown people. It's weird.
That's our game thing right now. If we can get that done.
Above game real quick. It was Camilla who told us she was pretty much that the Harley Quinn of Hatred was a YouTuber, essentially internet celebrity, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So she
You do know the name she goes by is Harley Quinn of Hatred.
okay. So I'm not just wanted to double check before I say anything. So yeah, not to kind of just strokes her chin. It's a shame that I don't have a cell phone. Otherwise, I might call up my daughter. She watches a lot of these internet shows. I could try and tell her to look this girl up. Maybe keep tabs on her, just in case, since we're in the area with her now.
I mean, do you know her number at least?
God, would I?
Yeah.
You don't know your own daughter's phone number.
It didn't take that time.
I'm
History.
talking above game because we didn't go into this long at depth.
You didn't go
You didn't know this would be a factor.
Yeah, stop metagaming. Ah.
I mean, it is pretty smart to use that. Actually, for the idea, gain inspiration. That was really smart.
So what are we gonna do?
I mean,
So what are we
If
gonna do?
we could possibly get some information if Naja remembers that number. And, well, I can probably hand her my phone, but I don't know how much longer this poor baby will take before it dies.
We are sort of on borrowed time right now.
How much battery is on
I
your
don't know
phone?
what we're supposed to do. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I want to still get back while we have a connection to the town.
Well, we could probably be on our way, and you can talk on your way. Honestly, assuming time is of the essence, we could probably be on our way to wherever we need to go. I guess to get this either get information or to go hunt down whatever we need to hunt down.
Yeah.
So before we leave, I do have one question. How is everyone feeling right now?
Refreshed.
In pain after getting slashed by a wyvern.
I'm feeling pretty
Half a
refreshed.
health in one go.
Yeah, Naja looks to Valtris and Skip since they got pretty much the rough of it all. Do you two need a short rest? Need a breather or anything?
No, I was asking because I can help out with the pain if it feels that bad.
Well,
I'll be fine. She's
You don't look-
strange, but yeah.
Barry puts his hand on Skip's shoulder and says, "I don't think you're fine." And does what's this called? A cure wound.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow, that's a one. Oh,
Well, you don't want to kill them, do you? Doing that obligation. You're a terrible person.
Skip puts her hand on Barry's hand. And just
No.
thanks.
that didn't feel like a lot. Was that enough?
Yeah.
As long as you say it so. Is anyone else feeling down?
I would appreciate some healing. Valtra steps forward.
Okay. And Barry pokes Valtris in the shoulder with one hand because he's still a bit iffy on Val.
Okay.
Keep in mind, he's also in an female orc form.
Yeah, again, that's why I'm poking him with one finger.
No need to be shy, boy.
He gets the healing poke, not the healing touch.
No. Fuck. Can't believe you've done this.
Oh, Barry, I didn't know you cared that much.
Oh my.
Stop.
You joke, but
touches can be electric.
Oh my. You joke, but he's one hit point short of full health.
But, just go off with what I gave you, then. Don't make this weird, please.
Oh, we'll be fine.
As long as you say you're okay, but, yeah, great.
Okay, with all that silliness aside, Nacho's gonna point out all the factoid about the wyverns and say, those wyverns know where we're stationed at. I'm not leaving my car where they know we're at. Chances are they might set up an ambush or anything. I actually
know your car.
I don't want to see those things again.
Car.
I don't think we're leaving the car at all. I think we're just leaving this area with the car, hopefully.
Here's the thing about this area. There's a lot of rubble and debris on the streets, so you can't really drive the car through the streets.
How did we get the car anywhere then?
Because you went to a parking lot that was clean enough that you could get in. That's how.
We had a car chase throughout this place, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This place, we arrived here recently. The car chase wasn't here.
The car chase was on the road towards this place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Fact.
Okay, but I'm confused then. So can we not go backwards? If something can prevent us from going backwards?
You can go backwards.
I mean,
Okay, that's what the plan was. We're going backwards and leaving the town.
can we go off-road?
You can go off-road. It's gonna take longer though, depending on what you.
I guess I mean like more for the car. Like, is the car like off-road capable?
Might be tricky in a desolate city, but I feel like we should play the game for not very long because it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
So we're just leaving the town the way we came in. That's our plan. That's what we're doing.
To Naja, this is somewhat of a waste of time because you basically made her waste 2 days worth of gas traveling out here, and you expect her to keep on driving.
How do you think we feel?
We have a guide now that we could definitely get try and smooth things out more peacefully than running into more orcs that would want to hunt us down. Not to mention, she also has a good deal going on with a robot that could upgrade her car for more benefits. So
why did you say this stuff in character?
Guys, we should covet this. You know, this is the one time where Tobias and Naja agreed wholesale.
Right?
We shouldn't. This isn't what we're here for.
Anyway.
The longer we stay here, the longer that. I forget his name. What was that orc's name? Crook?
Which one?
Yeah, I doubt Crook's going anywhere. He has that ammo, he's not going to be doing much. Other than that.
Yeah, you guys never really explained Crook's backstory to Naja.
Then ask!
Yeah, you guys just came up to her and
ask
just
questions!
You gotta ask questions too. We can't explain everything. Yeah, it's not organic.
You can't just expect us to do everything for you.
Oh, she asked you what was this mission all about, and you told her about this mission. Not Crook, just this mission.
Guys, can we move along things and just make a decision already?
We're leaving the town.
Yeah, we're gonna leave.
You're gonna leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're leaving and doing staying, it's by all means we're leaving.
What if we leave the town? Do we still go after the orcs, or does that mean we're going towards Crook?
We're going towards Crook.
So that means we're going back north.
Can I say anything?
Sure.
Weren't we supposed to do like the dog thing too? Isn't that closer?
Yeah, we are.
Books and dog. That was one of the things I picked up.
It's
But
the
still-
dog. Because I remember the dog town is in one place, and then the town that we came from is then that, and then the orc guy came after that. So we could just do that, right?
Well, on the way, I assume. But
We've already been
Um,
distracted enough.
For getting 2 jobs done rather than one I never signed up for, so why not?
whatever the money gives, I guess.
Alright. So you guys decide that. I'm gonna go home, if you don't mind.
Hold on,
Thank you
dear.
for your service so much.
Stay safe.
You're welcome. Also, if you ever come across Munchling and you are alive, be sure to see if you guys get a little bit of a meal for free on my tab.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, dear. Let me give you something. She's gonna.
You're kind of quiet. Good.
Like,
Yeah, you
hold,
keep going quiet on and off. It's weird.
hold on, dear. Let me give you something. She's gonna pull out one a Makarov she has on hand and hand it off to her. This might be useful for ya.
Yes, give the child gremlin a gun. This is gonna be fun. Woo!
She's old enough.
Yeah.
Besides, it's not good enough for me anyway.
Alright. I can probably put a use. I was probably gonna use this. You see that she reaches onto the sheep's wool. She shuffles around. She pulls out a knife. But this works as well.
Yeah,
Alright.
nice little CQC going down there.
I mean, part of the stuff that I know how to handle stuff is I can do some tricks with some gibberish that my grandpa told me.
No, such as what?
I can scream some gibberish at people and point at them to make a mark on their forehead. They get hurt. They get more hurt.
Interesting.
I'm gonna try and roll Arcana because this might be one of the things that Skip weirdly knows about.
Well, I think Haven will do so as well.
No,
Because they-
pawning off the useless
18.
guns he keep off selling.
I rolled an 18.
and
It's for you. You heard about this? People that the gibberish, the kind of way, probably some form of spellcaster combatant hybrid. Haven, from what she's describing, she does seem like she has like training to do like. You heard about rangers, people that have both magical power from spiritual nature spirits like fae, some sort of ancient spirits, and they can mix and match. By the description of the spell, she's talking about the spell Hunter's Mark.
Oh, you're magic. That's cool.
I know some magic, but I usually scream something, and my friend over here, headbutts people on the kneecaps.
Oh goodness, yes, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Hunter's Mark.
Skip ponders the effectiveness of headbutting shins as a battle tactic.
Well, that's a very good tactic.
Not from sheep, but from herself.
Very nice little duo you two make, that's for sure. Curious though, who exactly runs the city? Do you know what the name of these orc slashers go by? Who their leader is? If we ever run into them and we could use your name as leverage, who could we address to?
I probably not get leverage out of me. Honestly, the deal we have is mostly we give them food, they don't slaughter us. The name of the lady, they live in the city called Tuscan? Something like that. The leader is, let me grab his name.
makes mention of the city of Tuska, not just has to pull out her map of the entire landscape and ask her, could you mark that down for me on this map by chance, please?
Alright, by the way, the name of the leader is Argard Ghost Puncher.
Ghost Puncher. Interesting.
He got the name from killing a ghost in a machine once.
Whoa.
A ghost in the machine.
It was really freaky. From the tales I got, it was really freaky. It was about some kind of ghost that was like twisting machines and stuff. I didn't really understand it, but it's fine. As you grab the map of the region, you see that about here? Let me review the fog of war really quickly here. You see that about this region? About some here in the hills on the mountain is usually where they stand by. I wouldn't recommend getting closer.
Where are we?
Here, you guys are about here. Let me just grab something to mark here, since you guys already now know that there's a city here. Allow me to mark it for you guys.
Okay, I feel like we need some kind of like marker to show like a "you are here" type deal.
Let's use let's use the spell range calculator for now.
All right. We are this entire region.
There you go. You guys are in the city over here.
Yeah, Purple. Icon for us to represent us. We are just screaming to constant agony.
You're just screaming at me. Yeah. So that's the place usually. So that is Tuska. Let me now mark on the map as well that you guys know the name of the city. But there's a lot of icons that I have on GM layer because it's stuff that you guys don't know that is there. Some of the stuff you guys are gonna have to unlock Skyrim style exploring and finding.
Yeah, so just exploration.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are down there. You said though, is this city where you manufacture those medicines? You said.
Oh no, that's not what happens. Usually the medicines we got from those big white buildings.
And those buildings are here or elsewhere?
Well, we used to grab from a building that has, almost every city has one. So we used to grab medicine from there, but
What are they called again? Hopsitals, I think.
I think it's popsicles, hospitals. I don't know.
Popsicles?
Maybe. We used to grab from there, and they usually have like some people there. But they all died, and there was also the guy that we found with those supplies.
So does this city have one of those buildings by chance, you know?
This one? It has one, but it's completely dry now. Especially after someone stole the rest of the ones we had. Well, the orcs had. It's theirs, not really ours.
We definitely have to keep an eye out for that thing from now on.
We can come back here later.
We should be able
Once we've done
to.
the other things.
Anyway, if you focus on mine, I can probably go home. My grandpa probably is really concerned. And trust me, he's gonna give me an earful if I don't come back early. Anyway, goodbye.
Hold on, do you know where you live?
Bye.
Know where you at right now?
And I own the little crazy robot nearby the crazy robot, little store thing. Yeah, I'm nearby the crazy robot, little, yeah, nearby it. So I probably know my way back around. So it's gonna be fine, honestly.
Don't go being
Yep.
any more troll stew now, okay?
Then if I go to that, I'm gonna be probably dead. Ah,
Well, no,
you too, buddy.
So, your odds are better now.
You see that she places like the gun inside the wall.
Yeah, sure. If that helps you, if that works for you.
And above game, I think that gun had 4 bullets in it, I believe, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
It has 4 bullets on it.
Okay. Just to make sure.
You see that she mounts on the sheep and she rides away. Unless anyone has any other questions for her, that's what she will do.
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, so she rides away. I hope you guys disarm the trap mine.
Elias can. He'd remember where it is.
So yeah, you guys leave. You guys leave her. She goes deeper into the city until you have no longer visual of her. So, you guys getting out of town, or are you guys gonna try to solve the problem around here?
I assume we're getting out of town.
Actually, one thing.
Yeah, we're getting out of town. This stuff isn't really going anywhere.
Yeah.
This stuff has time limits.
Not really, no. Not too much, does it? No.
Yeah, not the Naja, but everyone else is saying.
What's everybody else? Because we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, not just... Like, again, you made her travel 2 days on the road to the middle of nowhere and telling her to go all the way back for another 2 days. Travel. She's not very happy with this concept.
She's not happy, but if not, there's going to be a lot more arguing because we sort of want to deal with the other thing too.
Haven is going to. I'm assuming that Naja is showing visual annoyance.
Oh,
That's what I assume. That's an understatement. Okay, so Haven is going to wrap his arm around Naja and take her somewhere out, take her away from the party for a bit. Just to kind of. I see that you're angry. Why don't you, I guess, since you are our driver, for the next, how about the next tavern that we come across, I will buy you a drink, and you will take my earnings, I guess, for this, whatever. Because either way, it's where you're getting something out of this. And this was obviously a fuck up. I will just say, right, straight up, this was somehow we got blown in the winds. Everything happened. I guess. What do you say?
Yeah, Naja's doing that thing where she just has her hand over her cheek and just tapping her temple right now.
So.
The thing is, though, too, I'm not really, as much as I enjoy driving, I do not like driving consecutively very long. I need to stretch my legs. Plus, I have something that I kind of want to do something real quick. That might also that requires your help as well as Valtry's. Tell you what, help me with this real quick. Let's have a little walk around. I see there's a mall, a library, or some stuff we can explore. We can do some looting there. After we're done with all that, we can head out.
Alright.
I really just I need to stretch my legs right now, okay?
Alright. absolutely. He spits on his hand and he holds it out. Deal.
She's gonna take one fix. Slaps your hand as well to shake on it.
Good. All right.
Okay, she's gonna walk back to the group. I take it Tobias needs to disarm those landmines now.
Yeah, Tobias and Skipper, I assume, are doing that right now.
They're doing what? Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a moment.
Tobias and Skipper, I assume both of them are designing the mines that you guys have around.
And you require a sleight of hand to deactivate those.
Well, I thought we already did that last session anyway. Like, Tobias was like, I'm gonna go decide those.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you guys
I
didn't.
believe he did.
No,
You guys said they were going to do it, but you guys never rolled for it.
yeah.
Right. I do remember that.
Remember, even though it's your own mind, you still have to roll for it.
Well,
Right.
I'm gonna. Well, Tobias be our beat, so should I just do it both?
Yeah, you can do both. I'm gonna say that
That's all
Tobias.
hands fucking bananas.
I'm gonna say that Tobias is helping you out to give you advantage. Alright, you disarm the first one. Yeah, you disarm the first one. Roll again. The second one gets really close. You do hear the beep, 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 but you manage to disarm it in time. You get your 2 mines back.
Okay. Yeah, these are Tobias's, so I'll just wait until he. Where'd he go? Eh.
I'm right behind you. I was here the whole time helping you out, kiddo.
Okay, you go.
Alright, so as that was happening, Nadia and Haven and NPC Valtras, because unfortunately he couldn't join us today, you do see that around this block there is a bookshop. No, wait, it's not a bookshop. There's a library. There is the workshop. Was there anything else besides some ruined buildings, if I'm not mistaken?
You said there was a hot dog stand and shopping mall.
Yeah, there was the hot dog stand that is locked on the ground, and then there's a shopping mall that is probably abandoned.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nadia wants to go back to the group and relay. Okay then, guys. I don't know about you, but there is a little thing. There's a little tax when it comes to driving so long. It really wears you down, and really, I need to stretch my legs, okay? I cannot drive any longer than I need to. There's a bunch of shops around here, and I think we can just try and restock ourselves on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but one of you said that one of these contracts required gathering books or something. There's a library down the road. Perhaps you guys can collect stuff and we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone while at it.
That's a good point.
I don't remember anything about collecting books, and if you need to stop driving for a second, we don't have to resort to looting.
Barry, is Barry there?
Yeah.
You just talked.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
They came back to the group. They came back to the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is everybody here? Okay.
Also, you do remember that there was something like that, Barry, specifically for the abandoned school project that you guys.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Oh, I completely forgot that.
Haven actually remembers that too.
Yeah, so you guys gonna be scavenging in the area?
I'm not.
Yeah,
It's-
because here's the thing. While you guys were resting up, I found this nice little robot that said it could repair my car for me. Just down the road from here, and I want to try and... She addressed us to our car, which has a bunch of bullet holes, and... Correct me if I'm wrong, but you said at least one of the orc's axes was embedded into the car, right?
One of the there's a orc axe embedded into the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Has quite the nasty dent on the back of the truck.
Yeah, she's gonna pop it right off and say, yeah, I think my baby needs a little attend or kill right now. How about the robot said he has a bunch of paperwork for me to sign while he gets this repaired. How about you, Barry, Skip, and Tobias go out to get the books? And I'll take Valentine and Haven over to the bot.
Just make sure it doesn't take too long. We've already dilly-dallied a lot in this trip.
Yeah, this place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, no promises on how quick the bot will repair my car.
Alright, so for the sake of brevity, the robot does start to repair your car. Now, Jeff, he did say that he got a really good deal out of his boss. He's probably lying about it. But don't worry about it. For those that are...
There's a little thing that I actually was wanting to do with Haven and Valtris. Though I'm kind of butthurt that Butch isn't here to play Valtris because I kind of want to do something with him.
Yeah, unfortunately he's not here, so...
Could you roleplay him, perhaps?
I could, but I don't.
It'd be better if you didn't.
Yeah, it would be better if the player did it, not the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, Popo might just end up playing the stereotype of, oh, hello, sailor, type of...
Yes.
I mean, it's not it's not wrong with the character, but, you know.
It is a little long.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm still kind of pissed over this reality because I had the idea that seeing how Valtris can shapeshift, Naja was actually wanting to see if he could shapeshift into the Gizmo with the photo in the Gizmo's garage and try and that he is the boss.
That's hilarious.
That's funny, but again, something we shouldn't do without the player actually being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Haven can do exactly the same thing, technically.
You can? Oh yeah, you can, so...
I have the what was it? The many faces. Invocation of many face. Mask of many faces. Yeah.
So all right, so you guys can do that.
Technically.
Okay, I guess we can do that unless you are gung ho on transitioning to the other group. Popo.
I mean, yeah, let's do this.
Returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Alright, so yeah, you go back to the shop. You see that the buckets is going. Hello. How may I serve you today?
Actually, beforehand, I kind of want to run over this idea with Valtris.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean Haven. Since
I mean,
now.
It's fine.
yeah, technically both.
So before they drive close to the shop, she's gonna kind of lean over to him. So you know how to disguise yourself, correct?
Oh, it's child's play, absolutely.
Okay, she's kind of taps at her chin a bit and looks at his lamp.
What the? What's this?
I made it more appropriate. It's not like ominous anymore.
Okay. Good.
So she's gonna contemplate for a bit. That lamp of yours, you can store anything into it, correct? Like you did with that shadow skull, correct?
Yes. He's usually interested in magical things, but I think I can probably convince him to hide something.
Here's the thing, Jill. I've actually got a good idea going on with this robot that's... I kind of tricked him to believe that his boss is giving me an endorsement and discounts, but I want to see how far I can try and get with this thing. And the thing is, the matter is, his boss is pretty much a skeleton right now.
Do you have... Go ahead. Sorry. Well, do you happen to have any sort of, I guess, identification or picture?
There's actually a few photos of drive my car into the garage with the robot's attention. While I do that, you take care of the skeleton. You go outside, turn into his boss, and you come in and try and convince the robot to give me the walks of free discount.
Sounds good to me. He looks actually visibly excited because this is like something that's like, ooh, this is some meaty shit right here. Alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna do that little hand salute like that Tony Stark gave to Spider-Man. Goes to one shoulder, then just pats his head. Terrific. Welcome to the War Band.
Happy to be here.
The shop is named Gizmo, and let's just say this bot is kind of desperate for his boss's recognition. So if you can try and say somewhere around the lines of saying, the people of the city have forgotten the name of Gizmo and all the greatness his work has done on the racetrack. And seeing how you don't have a car anymore, I, the champion of the Blood Games, he would love to endorse everything into me.
He raises both eyebrows and smiles. The champion of the what now? So I apologize. No, I can't say I have. Sounds pretty pedestrian, but it's interesting. All right.
Well, it's worth a Google, so.
Indeed. All right. Champion of the Blood.
Okay, so I'll drive it. You'll be in my passenger seat. Actually, just sit on the bed of the truck, and I'll drive us in. When you just go and find the photo, and I'll give you the signal so you can get.
Got it.
So now I'm just gonna go drive our truck over to the garage now.
Alright, by the way, just to make sure, could, the audio's a bit all over the place. Could both you and, Lockett fix the audio a little bit?
In what terms?
Fix the what?
Do you mean audio?
Yeah, the audio.
Check
Just-
1, 2. Check.
Yeet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, should be fine.
1, 2,
Lock
2,
audio's
1,
been
1.
fine.
Okay.
So, alright, so you start to approach the truck to the garage. So after a couple seconds, it opens up and you see the robot with the. Hey, you didn't see this, but you do see this robot that's like a little orb with 2 legs and multiple arms to the side. Like, it has like 3 arms in each of the sides, and you see that the little round globe shape that is the head can spin in a 360-degree angle.
Oh, what a cutie. Alright.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna
It's-
wave over to it, but how's my little bucket of ports doing, dear? This is my baby. She passed through the hood of the truck.
Blue screens for a moment, gets back. Doing fine! Aim! How may I help you today?
Hey, recognize me, dear?
Yes!
Oh, sorry for a second. Well, my manners. This is my good colleague, Steven, and, oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I ever got your name.
Bucket!
Oh,
Oh,
hello, Bucket.
it's a pleasure to meet you, Bucket.
Oh,
Ble- is all mine!
Of course.
okay, dear.
Oh,
You said you had a bunch of paperwork for me to sign?
Yes! I did talk with my boss a little bit. So it should be fine. Here, follow me.
Alrighty then.
You see that he takes 4 steps and then stops. Take more 4 steps, stops, and keeps going. This robot has seen better days.
Okay, as they keep on walking, Naj is gonna point out to the championship photo of the Volk and his family to Haven.
Haven's gonna look at it and he's like, alright, got it. And then he
And
is going to...
Afterwards, he's also gonna be pointing over to the skeleton in the corner.
Yeah, you do see a very large skeleton of what you assume it's an orc that is smashed under a pile of rubble.
Nice. Okay. Haven is gonna kind of divert. I guess he's going to break off from it and go take care of the skeleton before transforming into Gizmo.
Alright, so if I'm not mistaken from your ability, you can have objects inside your vessel, right?
I believe so.
Could you
Let me
make it for me?
Yes,
So I'll
absolutely.
click on like the spec. I would assume this is like disguise self, isn't it?
Yeah, I can cast it without a spell slot. That's all it says. Did I even put it in there? I don't think I have. So, no, I did not input it. That's weird. Okay, well, I'll just look it up real quick. Input the description. Okay. Put it here.
Alright, so that is... You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, or belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends. You can use an action to dismiss it. You can see photo. Right, so that's Mask of Many Faces. So upon inspecting the photos and pictures, you start to weave your form and clothing to the form of a very large and thick orc. He's about 6 feet and a half tall, with very large muscles and very large tusks. He does have a very short hair with sideburns, and you do see the pictures that he's wearing. He's wearing kind of like this driver clothing. You see that there is one in display, so it's easy to you to pick it up and copy it. It's kind of like a green, red, and black striped design to it. That kind of makes a sort of multiple arrows on the back.
He's gonna kind of look himself in the reflection of the picture, and he's going to kind of tug on his uniform and kind of brush himself off. Right, not bad at all. And he's going to, I assume, join back. It's either join back with not. Wait.
Yeah,
Alright.
she kind of made mention to just hold off until she gives you a signal.
Okay, and I guess I'm gonna join back with Naja until for her to give him
You
the.
did say you took care of the skeleton, right?
Yeah, he made sure to kind of get rid of the skeleton and study it just a little bit, just for the facial structure. That's about it.
Alright, you use your bottle to suck the skeleton in the bottle. You do feel from your patron of really a skeleton?
Yes, I apologize. We are doing a little something, and it's for your benefit, of course.
Sure.
It will only take a good hour. Not to worry.
Alright, so...
above game, I kind of just love the idea that the moment that he sucks the skeleton in, the patron just goes, well, 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 look who came crawling back. Oh, wait a minute.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking hell.
He's like the apple of Eden. He gets around. This is why his business went under. He didn't have the genie anymore.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Get the references.
Get to the point.
Wait a minute.
So after a while and doing some paperwork,
Yeah. There's a genie lamp in the championship photo.
anyway, after doing some paperwork and you sign here, wait, that was a toilet paper roll. I'm sorry about that. Here, there, your last name here, and blue screen. That should be fine. He throws the papers backwards. So, pleasure to doing business. Now, what do you need me to do? As he starts to walk off towards the direction of the vehicle.
Like I mentioned, I kinda need some repairs. There was a lot of nasty shit going about, and as my conversation with your boss went, we definitely enjoy the aspects of trying to reach the good name of Gizmo out. Like he said, your name is kind of getting diminished out there, and he certainly wants to give me his all when it comes to it.
Yes, it is quite getting unrecognizable since there are really no more races around, which is a shame. I get a lot less work without races.
Yeah, that's a real shame. He actually told me that he would pretty much give me all the best benefits your race cars could. This auto body shop could provide for free, actually. All on him, actually, he said.
Really now? From my discussion with him, he did not say such thing. In fact, he was quite silent about it.
Yeah, you sure about that? Guess I was just talking to him right now. As each point offers her hand up to the general direction, signaling for a haven.
Oh, Bucket. you didn't tell me about champion up. That's the champion of the blood games. Oh, I'm so sorry about the inconvenience, madam.
It's probably okay, dear. Like I was telling him, you and I had a good long conversation. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yes.
a shame how much this city does not care for you anymore.
Yes, it has been boring. A very boring season lately. It's always good to have such a champion in our games. I would absolutely give you a discount. All the works, absolutely.
What? Is that you, boss?
Bucket! Oh, Bucket, come here. Come here, little one. Come here. I'm so sorry for the misinformation and everything. Oh my goodness.
Finally woken up after 300 years. I'm so emotional right now. I could. The robot blue screens and falls over.
Oh, Bucket! He looks up at Naja. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
The old man, it's okay. He does this.
Okay. He's just gonna wait for him to turn back on.
He turns back on. Yes, for you, boss. Anything for you, boss.
Alright, that's good, Bucket. That's very good. Thank you so much.
We have so much to catch up on. These 300 years have been so bad. You don't even know about it.
He looks up at Naja.
If a robot could cry, the robot would be crying.
Look what you've done.
Yeah, Nasha just gives him a mild, little passive, little smile and a little thumbs up.
We have so much to catch up, boss.
Of course. Go do a good job. We will have many conversation.
I will do my best. Boss,
Very good, Bucket. Very good.
you do see that an MP3 of a crying sound starts to come out of the robot.
You guys are terrible people.
And as you do this terrible thing to this poor boy, here's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh my fucking god!
Guys, you're such a bad
300
person. You take
years!
advantage of people. I don't like people like you. Let's take advantage of this poor robot.
Oh my
Get
fucking
I love that.
It's boy.
I'll be right back.
This is fucking great. I love this so much.
Terrible thing
Oh my
to do.
god.
God, I had a little thing planned out for both you and Valtris to do this with me, but
Oh my god.
I feel so sorry for him right now. 'cause
Yeah,
he
and
was
here's the
missing out
question:
on
what
stuff.
happened was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
draws.
Sorry,
Hypocritical action. Hypocritical actions.
Now I just
Yeah,
want to see
Nigel is apparently
Valtris
a
and
gigantic hypocrite.
Now I just want to see Valtris and him being the same person, and then the robot getting even more confused.
You can't deny it. She is a huge hypocrite.
No,
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Just a little.
She doesn't like people getting used for meat shields. Like,
She doesn't like people taking advantage of others, huh?
yeah, but the thing is,
I mean-
nobody comes to this shop at all, so it would be a waste of money regardless.
No, you're taking. That doesn't matter. You're taking advantage of this poor
You don't like people being physically used against each other, but you're fine with mentally?
This is a
mentally
robot.
fucking. Yeah, he's
I mean,
gonna.
that's worse.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
he's gonna live forever, and he's gonna see his master once, and he's never gonna see him again.
Here's the thing. If he does a good job, I have something else planned out for him.
What, you're gonna revive his dead master?
We'll see what happens.
You revive the skeleton? You need,
I have an idea.
you're gonna enslave him and force him into your car?
Oh no.
oh my god. Please don't tell. Something tells me you probably have a cursed item that does something to that nature. Probably.
If so, that's like way too strong. He's
I can't wait for whatever plan you have to go over terribly with the party
Oh
for good
my
reasons.
god. It's gonna be so
If
sad
you
because
bring up necromancy, it's gonna be complete no.
it's gonna be so bad. It's so sad because
Pardon me.
like
The only
Pardon
way
me
to
when I
revive
paid him with my
him-
cursed coins and destroyed his brain.
There's no way to revive this guy. There, except for wish. There's no way.
to bring him back to life. I mean, unless you reanimate his skeleton, but other than that, no.
The only way you can bring it back is necromancy or wish.
Yeah.
What did I walk back into?
We're just talking about how Naja's a hypocrite.
We're going freaking crazy.
Where's Lizzie, by the way?
By the way,
I've been muted for a bit.
To be perfectly honest, I'm so surprised that I haven't had to do one freaking deception check at all throughout the entire situation. I am scared.
This guy's probably got like an insight of -15.
here's the thing. He sees his boss that has been
Yeah.
all on the floor for 300 years, and he finally gets back up, believing that it was just a nap.
Hey, you got better.
Yeah, he got better. I hope you sleep well, knowing your gay baby crimes towards this
Fuck.
robot. What was your
Right.
alignment again, Naja?
Yeah, good question.
What was it? I want to say... chaotic.
There we go.
Chaotic what?
Chaotic what? It falls in line with chaotic good.
Yeah.
So then they have to like
yeah,
it.
I
I
honestly
think
would
it
just
also
say it's chaotic
good or
neutral.
neutral good, but it's like,
No, that actually
This does not sound good.
chaotic good because all
Yeah.
chaotic good means is that you go with what your conscience tells you.
Yeah, it's just the
And you try to
robot
vibe with
anyway.
I mean,
go to the line side.
It's only an emotional state.
I'm giving the robot closure, okay? I don't think the boss ever said
That's-
goodbye to him.
that's one. That's
the
one way to
boss
put it.
saying it. It's someone intimidating him. Fuck it, I can't.
Imitating.
Imitate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. It's not even him.
I'm gonna give the robot closure and a happy ending.
It's not you're just gonna kill him, okay. You're just gonna blow up the robot.
Is that break enough?
I really need to pee now, because...
Why haven't you done that? Don't do that!
I've been arguing with you!
Well, as people say, drama really makes the piss flow.
Yep.
What? People say that?
No,
That's a thing people say.
they don't say that. I was just making a
I can't wait for
stupid joke.
this to be done. Naja just shoots the robot dead and no one talks about it. And how fucked that is.
Haven will start questioning you a lot on that part. Shit. Because this robot seems to have sentience.
Yeah, that's very sus.
Yeah, that's
If Skip ever found out about that...
I mean,
oh boy.
The robot cried in his arms.
It's like the exact same as the villain, like hiring like a tinkerer to make him like the thing he needs to manipulate the Uber MacGuffin, and then just killing him afterwards.
Bro,
It's the exact same. It's just on a lesser scale.
oh my god.
Skip would never follow her anywhere again if she learned that actually happened.
On the same with Barry, because Barry is like right now not just like a bit out of control with everything that she's doing right now.
Yeah, because if she decides to like scam an innocent robot out of its business, emotionally manipulates it and then shoots it dead, that is an undisputably evil course of action.
Why would they? Why would Naja shoot the robot though?
Yeah, why would
That is a good question.
Serious thing? He's gonna give it closure.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking these things, right?
I think you're
That would not just be
overthinking.
sus as hell this whole time.
I think you're overthinking.
Hey, poison. No one's saying Naja would shoot the robot, but if Naja did shoot
I'm
the
saying,
robot,
I'm saying
I don't
This
think
is
that's a
hypothetical. It's
possibility.
not hypothetical.
I feel like you guys are projecting a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
Maybe a little, but still.
I wouldn't think Naja would do that, to be honest, because this is literally Naja just looking out for getting
For number
the car
one.
repaired. Well, yeah, looking out for number one and getting the car repaired to its highest caliber. So it's like, literally, that's what it is.
Like you are no longer used to me, bang.
I was gonna say this is no hypothetical, right? This is like saying blank shoots blank. They're gonna be questions. You're putting anything on Naja.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, the robot would probably kill itself after knowing that its freaking master literally went back to sleep forever more. Like,
that's what I'm thinking, bro. It's gonna be the only possible closure to give him is killing him. All right.
So don't kill him. Leave him be.
No!
On for his master.
Why are you talking about this?
I mean, we can always. I mean, technically, we could always take it to somebody to reprogram him.
This is so fucked.
That's like
so
mind wiping someone. That's even worse.
Yeah, no.
Strip them of their individuality.
No, I don't want the poor thing to die.
The most humane option is telling the robot its master is dead and then letting it move on from that point on.
Wanna know what the most humane option is? Don't do this at all.
Yeah.
This entire setup is completely immoral.
Okay, to be honest, he fed into... Okay, Haven is always in for an exciting time because he's literally lived for so long, so he's bored most of the time in his life. So to feed into that, he'll do some crazy ass shit.
Like scamming a robot. It's very exciting.
He's conned for a lot. He's conned a lot for his life, so he's used to this. He's done cons before. I'm not trying to say that his character would do it. That's what his character would do.
It makes sense. It just makes it okay.
It's not okay. I know it's not okay.
Let it be known, I'm not criticizing you at all.
No, I know. You're
Criticize Haven.
Yeah, it is. Haven is. Yeah, it is God.
What?
That's most of the group being sus. Because you guys can't fucking help it up here.
Here's the thing, though, Barry, you're not there to see this. None of you are there to see it. This is just between Nigel.
Skip and Barry are good.
Which is why she took
Ironically-
the morally bankrupt characters. With
I
her.
mean, ironically, she took freaking the two characters who could pretty much transform into any person. Pretty much. Valtress
took
and
the-
Haven.
She took the
Saying,
characters
when
who
the
could
car
A,
comes back to
shapeshift,
repair,
and B,
they're
of moral bankruptcy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Here's the thing, it's not really getting much traffic anyway, so it's gonna be fine, I think.
I don't even know how Valtress feels about this at all. Like, oh my god, I wish Birch were here. I'd be like,
So it's like situations where this is generally shown is where you come across them like this and there's nothing else you can do, and this has happened to them already. But currently in that situation, you and Naja are the ones doing that. There's no one to come in to solve the problem, alright? This robot's gonna be either mentally fucked for the rest of his life.
yeah.
Gonna be even a bigger slump because his master came back and just as quickly left.
Just go ahead, finish your thing.
I do have an idea, though. It's going to be pretty fucked up, but I have an idea.
I'm right now. I'm just
I'm serious, Matt.
If you're talking about morals with its own entire situation, the most morally correct thing to do is tell the robot that its master is dead and that it should move on.
I mean, there is that option.
Okay, are we all back?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously, then?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I am thinking about, like, since I am in the form of the boss, and the robot is pretty small, I could
Let
probably...
the character do the thing without telling them what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can't just lay it out. Yeah.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say thing this
right.
above as a DM, don't pressure a player into do an option that you think it's what you would do.
No
Let
one
the player
is
do it.
But yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
Why do you
started this. You guys started this. You could have said no. So
Either way,
Let's start again. Let's go.
yeah.
We're going.
Haven needs to talk to Naja. Either way, as the robot
Alright.
works.
We're going.
You see the robot? Boss, I miss you for so long.
Has been very long.
I thought you were going to nap forever. I was afraid you were dead.
Oh,
You came back.
it was
So happy.
it was just a hibernation period. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. He takes him in. He kind of he just like he hugs him in and he pats him on the back, pats him on the robot back, and he takes him. And he's like and grabs him by the shoulder, by however many shoulders this dude has, and he's like,
All of them.
Go, yeah, all of them. Go make me proud. All right.
I will.
This'll be-
Boss. I will.
Thank you so much.
After I'm done with this, could we please have a talkie?
Absolutely.
Let me roll his investigation though, because you did hug him, and your form, your actual form is actually thinner than the actual work.
That's right.
Roll me a deception check.
He would clip through.
He would.
He would clip through me.
An illusion. He would just clip through.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking you to roll me deception.
That's 18.
Alright, let me roll his insight, because here's the thing, normal person, this would have fucked over. This robot's a bit not stable anymore. Apparently he doesn't notice.
We wanted him to notice.
Shit.
Oh, you're +7.
You're a bit skinnier than usual, boss. You should go back to hit the gym more.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't eaten in a while. That's right. I should probably go eat.
There's probably canned food on the top of the house. You can go grab it.
Actually,
Thank you.
I will go work on the car. What did you wanted?
actually, me and Gizmo over here was actually gonna grab a little coffee down at the mall. So How long do you think this might take?
About an hour and a half.
Did you give him the works? Give her this nice lady the works?
Yeah, I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, the best everything, the best at everything that Great Gizmo can provide.
Yes, I will. I will make you proud, boss. He makes a salute.
He salutes back.
Not just gonna go over to the little robot, clasp him in both palms, and just looks him in the eye. You make my desert beast a killing machine, deal.
I will.
The boss told me he was proud of you. Make me proud too. She gives him a nice little kiss on the head.
I will. And he gets to work in the car.
Haven is gonna grab Naj's wrist and pull them down the hall. And he's going to go into a room, probably, and just like... It's probably like a freaking broom's closet, by the way. And he's just like... What the fuck was that? 300 years.
Not just gestures to the whole city. You think this has been recent?
That's longer than I've been alive, honey. This is very questionable. That Robin seems to have, actual emotions. That's a bit concerning.
And you also get the realization, oh fuck, this robot has been alive even before the destruction of the world.
Exactly.
This thing witnessed the apocalypse and made it out to the other side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, chances are it's probably been in stasis waiting for a customer overall.
I mean, that, and also apparently waiting for its sleeping boss to wake up for 300 years. What am I... So what do you suggest we do, I guess?
Well, for how well he gives the boss his regards in everything. I am, depending on how well he operates the car from here on, I'm actually considering, after he's done, you tell him that you have a distant relative that you would love him to go out to repel and do services for him. Because this city is pretty much a dead zone nowadays and he wants to go on vacation now. Remember that little mechanic that we saved back at Bravo Base?
Yes, I do.
I think he might find some benefits of having a nice companion like him. Don't you think?
Considerable.
Yeah.
You do remember that guy was a half-elf, so telling that he's a family member might not really roll well.
Alright.
We'll think of something, regardless. He's an up-and-coming... what's the word? Prodigy. There's no good... The races have died out in this city from what he's been telling me, so... If any luck, we could try and convince him that...
I feel like you might be wrong on this, because if this Robin has been working for Gizmo for God knows how many years, I think that Robin would probably know a few more details than we would want to let on or assume that it would know. I mean, it's despite it bugging out most of the time, and not to mention going out of service. Well, its memories, that's something that you can't really replace. Exactly.
I mean, what is concerning, though? What type of memories do you think it has? As it's making you so... fitted right now. You seem so gun-ho when I proposed this idea to you.
I don't know. Just something about it crying in my arms just kind of was a bit nerve-wracking, I guess. Reminds me of some shit, but either way. So, I guess. Shit. Because either the way, that thing is getting hurt.
Way I
Thing.
deal. This guy died. Gizmo died, and the bar never had any closure. The best we can do is give it some closure.
Thing.
And the thing is, though, deal, when we were driving away from those orcs being chased and doing God knows what we could do to survive, I honestly despise every second of that moment because I couldn't do giant shit. I wanted to do whatever I could, but those orcs had everything that tricked them, that could trick their lives into being more deadlier than my car. So far, the Dust Beast has just been basically doing everything from getting me from point A to point B, but I have never seen anything like what those orcs have done. I want to try and do more than just be helpless.
And
Nothing I hate more than to have nothing than to just have myself lay down and have everybody else do everything for me. This for me, this robot has done. This robot is a step up for us. It can be beneficial, and in kind we can try and do something in kind for him at best.
Sure. And you can see that this Gizmo's face is actually it's almost weird how green can change to sort of a red color. Haven is actually kind of pissed off that you're saying this. Let me give you some advice. After 200 years of living, these actions affect others, and you're saying that you wanted to act with your vehicle, damaging it. What if you damage it again? What? Another Robin that actually has probably sentience, human sentience. We'll just leave them. We'll just leave the next one. What about the next one? And the next one? How far will this go? If we keep damaging the car and put it in danger.
I'm not saying we're gonna abandon it. I'm saying that when it comes to situations like these, seeing that robot just being desperate for attention, saying he told me this city has forgotten it. He called everybody that he knew and nobody would respond to it. At the very least, I want to try and at least give it some hope, or at the very least, then have no hope.
Then dash it.
Ignored altogether.
That robot won't be the same after this. You know that, right?
At the very least, we can try and give it a future than just being caught up in this forgotten area of the city where nobody will remember it, let alone kill. I want to see about giving him to that lovely little mechanic. If anything, they would probably be best to work together. He seems to be the type of guy that would care for it and not forget it.
Haven is quiet, and he turns the doorknob and he exits. He's going to go into the workshop.
Okie doke.
His heart is racing. It's hard for him to think. And he looks at Bucket.
Yeah, Bucket is currently working really fast at the car. He seems to be trading removing parts that are over damaged and really quickly with a what's the name of the tool?
Is it the one? Is it the one that cranks?
No, not that one. The one that usually people use to melt together metals.
Smelting.
Yeah,
smelter.
Yeah, smelter. You see that he's using that to replace
or blowtorch.
Yeah, blowtorch to kind of reinforce some places with some reinforced metals. See that as he's doing that, the head spins in a 360-degree to look at you. Ah, yes, boss. How may I help you?
I just wanted to say, I'm so glad that you were here all this time.
I would never leave you behind, boss.
Absolutely. What? Take a break. Take a break. Come here. I wanted to tell you something.
Very well, boss. He drops the tools and goes towards your direction.
You know, you were such a good employee. I was actually thinking of giving you a promotion.
He gasps. He puts the 6 hands, each one by the side of his face. A promotion?
Good. Promotion. After all, I'm getting old. And I don't know if I'll be able to be your boss. I have bigger and better things to work on, but I want you to be that boss. After I'm gone.
He falls backwards.
You made me.
You see a blue screen for a moment, then it pops back in again. He jumps up. Really? Are you making me the boss?
You deserve it. Every ounce. And actually, Haven is sort of crying. His heart is racing very fast. He doesn't know, what to do. He's just... Yes. Absolutely. Without a doubt, you deserve it. Standing by my side after all the... While I was in hibernation.
I don't know what to say, boss. I just don't know what to say.
Just promise me not to give up hope. You
I
got
will not.
this.
I will not, boss. You can believe that I will never give up. I'm so glad I could make you proud. You hear more MP3 noises of him crying.
Yeah, more tears are just falling from Haven's face as he's just... You can't help but there's a smile on there, but inside he's just dying.
As you see that he opens his arms. Could you give me one final hug, boss?
Yes.
Do you hug him?
Yes, I do. I have to say, with regret though, when he hugs him, thunderclap.
No! No!
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of being sus.
As you do that, you...
So much, guys! Ah!
Anyway. As you do that, you conjure the thunderclap. He does seem to feel that your body's not really yours, and in a moment he goes, "Bah!" And as you conjure the thunderclap, you see that the whole robot breaks down and falls down to pieces on the floor.
He he just breaks down and he's on his knees, just and his disguised self just it drops. He's crying, like sobbing. He's sobbing.
This is not where I expected this to go.
Same.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, just... Yeah.
Now you stay in the closet for a while until you hear a booming clap.
How loud is thunderclap? I forgot.
It's 500 feet kind of loud. It's like a gunshot going off, except it's like a gunshot. That's like an area of effect.
Thunderstep as well.
Yeah, thunderstep is louder, but all of you hear like a boom, like a booming thunder.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, I feel like we're looking for those books while this is happening.
We're not close enough
what
to
was
hear
that?
100 feet is in.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, was that 100 feet or 500 feet?
I believe
100
100 feet. 100.
It's 100 feet. We're not close enough to hear any of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
all we hear in the maximum is like a little bit of a boom voice, a boom sound, but not very loud.
Yeah, Nacho's just gonna march in and look at the situation. What's that? What happened?
Get out of my way. And he gets up and he just walks past Naja.
Yeah, Nacho's gonna try and grip him on the shoulder. Jill, what happened?
Why don't you see for yourself what your actions do? And he walks away.
Did you kill him?
He just walks away.
Unhappy D&D guys with the
Yeah!
gremlin, you know?
Sorry.
You go from sheep to murder instantly, guys. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Sad!
Okay!
Yeah, Nacho just wanted to give this guy some purpose in life nowadays, but no, let's just take it away now.
We didn't really do anything, though.
It wasn't gonna happen in the end, dude.
I'm just saying.
And Hayden knew that.
No offense, serious. Your plan to me was so fucked. You don't even have to lie to him and be his master to do that. You could just say, hey, there's this engineer that could use your help. You don't have to do what you did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's why I was gonna say it's recreating your dead relative in VR kind of fucked.
Either way, I feel Haven did the right thing, even though it was murder.
It was Haven's idea of the right thing.
I hate it, but he felt like it had to be done.
I mean, did you look at those prices, though? None of us have money that could spend any of that.
Yeah, it's like repairing a car in a wasteland is hard and costs a lot of money and rare materials or something.
There's a better way. Either way.
Love to hear it.
Well, not again.
There's no price that can repay the kids.
There's no price that compares to our moral integrity.
Shit.
Very well then.
Meanwhile,
And the record, beyond the record, you were all gun-ho beforehand. So
I wasn't.
There was a point.
I was reading books for children. Books for the children.
All right. So
we were up for car repairs, not emotional abuse.
all right. So while this was happening, I'm gonna move the scene along for now. Barry, Tobias, and Skip, you went to the library, I assume?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking around, you do see that there's a lot of books, most of them in ruins, and you do see like that there's a skeleton on the desk that has like a little placard by its side saying, no loud noises on the library, people are trying to read.
I also look to the other two, just to shh.
I know.
Skip notes.
You have to respect the sanctity of the library.
Yeah.
I kind of meant as a joke, but
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll still be quiet out of respect.
well, what exactly are you looking for in here again?
Just books for children, really. Anything that could help out in the school.
I was gone for a decent bit. Are we still in that orc town?
Yeah.
We're still in the city. Like Nigel wanted us to do some errands before we left. I'm gonna roll some investigation.
Children's books.
Yeah, do some errands and emotional abuse a robot that you know that you may or may not had a personality.
Well, let's send the kid.
We'll be the
errands while I emotionally abuse this robot. Yeah, I know it's wrong because I send them away.
Barry's having a hard time finding children's book.
Barry, you were
because they're on the lower shelves where Skip is.
Barry, you're looking around. Most of you, let me see here. Forbidden coils, a reference to something, maybe.
I'll explain that later.
You said, maybe this is not for children.
Put that book back.
Barry drops it and discusses it like on Skip's face.
Nothing for you, nothing for you. And I just toss it far away from
You find tales of
You bastard.
You find tales of the lusty lizard folk.
Not that.
And the
Wizard Rada.
and the last book that you find is not really a picture book, but is someone's diary that is like the gloomiest, like heavy-handed poetry ever found. Like, think that even an edgelord child teenager would cringe at.
Definitely not that. And he also throws that away. I think all the good children's books are taken.
Tobias, did you find some books about biology?
What are you talking about? There's a bunch down here. Skip picks up the gruffle one off of one of the shelves.
Tobias, did you find some books about biology? Another book about math and how to do it. You find math for baby children and how to make it simple.
It's a math book.
Do I find some of those number tables or whatever they're called, like those number trees that have like the string on them?
Multiplication. Oh, an abacus.
No, not that. Like multiplication trees or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the
multiplication table.
You find that one that goes from 1 to 9. That should be
I'll take that one. He definitely needs it.
And
Skip finds some math books and maybe some story books.
Right.
Probably.
As for you, Skip, you find a lot of children's book, like children's storybooks. You do find that there are 7 books that are like you find an alley of the library. There is children's books. You find the Mirror of Fire, A Cup of My Imagination, The Bird of Utopia, and Tigers on the Moon.
That was a lot of long names.
Let me type it. Let me type those.
We find the most important part of any children's school: storybooks.
Yeah, find Mirror of Fire, Tigers on the Moon. You find Birds of Utopia, and A Cup of My Imagination is the last one.
I'm putting these in my inventory. Should I be?
Yeah, you should. You can have them.
You only put one in the. You only put one in the chat.
Hold on. Because I thought you were typing.
No, Tobias, when he grabs the biology book, he skips to the naughty adult section of it and starts laughing.
You do see the
Hey, that's a boob, yeehaw.
Yeah, that's a booby. Has just a picture of booby.
They put tits in this thing.
Oh, so that's what so that's what the reproduction female organ looks like. Interesting. You do find that there are
We use birds, but we keep it inside longer.
you do also see that Barry's throwing away some books. You don't know what this is about.
Okay, there. We should be burning knowledge.
That wasn't knowledge. That was You don't have Tobias' ears.
Skip passes the weird tentacle book to Tobias. This one's apparently weird.
You do see that one of the book. You do grab another book as you're looking, and you see that the name of the book is Warlock and Their Evocational Desires.
No, I meant like the weird hentai book.
Yes.
That Barry dropped on Skip's face accidentally.
And as you look, as you take a look,
man culture.
and as you take a look to the side, you do see that you're in the adult section, Barry.
Yeah, I don't think I made a mistake. We should.
That's what it was. Forbidden Coils.
Oh my god.
Exactly. You're a legend.
It's one of those like Fabio romance novels, but it's a Fabio and like fighting tentacle monsters.
No, can I say okay, as a person who came okay, go ahead.
Wait, stop for a second. Forbidden Coils isn't a hentai thing. Forbidden Coils it's something else entirely. From a different campaign that Lost was in.
Can I technically explain what the cover actually looks like?
Yes, you can.
There are 3 figures on the cover of that book, and 3 of them are male. 2 of them are Yanti, and one of them is a Yanti abomination, one is a human, and one is a Yanti half human. So it's like the lower half is like Malison. Yes. So
Scaly Yowie, excellent.
Yes.
50 layers of scales is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
50 scales of great.
But it's called Forbidden Coils because that's what snakes do. But either way, go ahead.
Oh, excellent! The BL novel. Just what we need for schools.
Technically, it's about a paladin who stumbles across like a Yanti temple, and
I really want to give no context because it would make it funnier.
Oh, damn! I'm so sorry. Damn it! Damn it!
This is great.
Context helps a lot, though, in my opinion. It gives you a lot.
Yep.
Anyway,
so you see that you're in the adult section, Barry.
Yeah. I'm gonna whisper into Tobias' ear. We're in the section for riskier books, if you could.
Now we are found a biology textbook and a math book.
Thank you two for finding these books. I think I got lost. I think we have as many books as we need, though. We should definitely hit the road. But before we do, make sure you put those books in my backpack.
Tobias will, as he looks around, did he see one of those X-Men Read posters?
You see a poster of like the heroic looking knight wearing golden armor with a flaming sword saying on his side saying, "Read books, children. Children, remember to read books. After all, knowledge is power."
I love those posters, man.
By the way,
yeah, that is weird, Aki. That's just poor organization.
Yeah, you do see the figure has. You actually see the face of the figure, and Skip, if you look at that, that's similar to the figure that you saw in the magazine that was called the Hero. You see that the faces of a humanoid.
He actually pulls out the action figure out of her pocket. Huh?
Yeah, same. It's actually same body type and same type of armor. You do see like in the poster has like flaming eyes and like a silvery golden hair, like a mixture of silver and gold in the color of his hair. And he has a big ass smile on his face with a thumbs up.
Huh.
Well, what is it, Skip?
I found this back in the car place, and it looks like that guy.
Weird. You think they're connected?
He's holding up an action figure, and it resembles the guy on the poster.
Pretty similar to what the merchants and big chains do now. They associate themselves with someone popular in public lives, and bam, they make more money that way.
Makes sense. not sure if I'd. Maybe it'd be nice to see a time like that, but right now, you wanna maybe take that poster? It might help. I don't know, motivate kids to read more if they think they can grow up to be like him.
Well, maybe it won't. We should teach them what to read, not books like Forbidden Coils.
Oh no! Forbidden Coils isn't for any kid. I'd be able to give it to adults. But that aside, I think we should take that poster if we can.
Do I find like that Shaquille O'Neal poster where he's like he got his legs all spread and he's reading the book?
Probably. You find it.
While you guys are discussing posters, can I do another investigation to find something like maybe besides books, or maybe a book that isn't like a kid's book? Just some.
Roll me another investigation check.
Beans.
You find in the pocket of a jacket that is like being hanged on a chair. You find in the pocket of a jacket like a little pack of Tic Tacs. Probably.
What flavor?
Mint. Mint and orange, to be more specific.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's what you find.
Jump into it, taste the smell.
Smells like mint.
She takes one.
Okay, you take probably 300 years old little mint Tic Tac. It's probably gonna be fine.
They're Tic Tacs though, because like, who's ever heard of Tic Tacs spoiling? Like,
fair enough, you know.
You put
it's
it in
just pure
mouth.
sugar.
Yeah, you put it in mouth. It tastes really sweet. You feel a little bit of a taste of orange, like a little citrus taste mixed with mint.
Oh, it's both at once. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I feel both the taste doesn't really mix that well, at least for me. For you, let me know.
Skip likes it. She keeps them.
Would this been a humid region or like a dry region where we are right now?
Really dry.
All right. According to the internet, if it was humid, it probably would have mold on it by now.
Here's the thing.
A lucky me.
Disintegrated.
Huh?
If not completely disintegrated.
And so, you guys probably get that poster. What now?
Well, you know, we do have a
Yeah, I believe you guys regroup and you're probably gonna leave the town.
Well, hang on. We can't just like.
I'll put the poster in my scroll case.
Okay.
I forgot I didn't know you had one of those.
Yep.
I don't think we can just leave after stuff.
I guess let's wait in the garage.
Alright, so you
like dumpster fire.
Alright, so you do get the poster and you place it there. So note down in inventory, hero poster.
I hear you're freaking eating chips, Poison.
What?
Oh, we eat chips.
No, I'm eating popcorn.
Oh. No, much better than popcorn.
After all this drama, I got myself some popcorn.
Yeah, right? I should have got myself some tea. Shit.
Moving on from the drama.
Why would you have tea? You spilt the tea, alright?
I know.
The tea's gone, man. It's fucking evaporated.
It's gone. It's off. We're using the term wrong. It hasn't been spilt yet. Because, you know, it hadn't said anything to the rest
I think we got enough stuff. You think we should probably go back? Like, where were they again?
Naja said she was doing something with a car. I'm not sure what it was exactly.
Tobias, do you know what they went?
Yeah. I didn't mention that robot a bit earlier, though.
We should probably try to find what they were.
I trust that they won't. I don't trust that they will get lost.
I just, just hope we can we all meet up in the same place and we don't go to.
And if anything, I bet the three of us can get on that motorcycle.
We
down.
can't put my motorcycle.
You could all fit on that motorcycle.
Are you sure we can all fit on that motorcycle?
You know, we gotta arrange ourselves very geometric-like.
What I
It's
do?
small, so.
Maybe I have a lot of tape, but we could do it.
Wait. Out of game, they just stop for a second. My dog's barking.
No problem. So, after this little conversation, you guys, from hitting the library, I can see from looking all the books and finding, you guys spend a couple hours there. So you head back to the garage?
I think we'll head back to, like, the car park.
Yeah. You head back to the car park, you do see that Haven is there. I assume sitting on something.
Yeah. You can see like he's a bit like he's definitely shaken.
Hey, we found some.
Yeah, we found some books.
Something wrong?
Like he had a ghost or something.
Nathan?
What was that?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted.
Are you okay?
Hello, everyone.
You look really scared.
Oh no, Ben. No, it's not. Shit. And he goes back into the garage and he takes out his bottle and he's all right. Just eject the skeleton. Just put it back where it was.
What?
Tobias will follow him into the garage.
Okay, so yeah, I just got back. What's happening?
I had like
we went back to the car park and Hayden was there.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's take a breakdown and just ran into the garage and started saying, "Eject the skeleton! Eject the skeleton!"
Put it back in the garage.
You do say to your patron like, "It will be done. Now put yourself back together."
So yeah, no, we're following that sound with Hayden then.
Definitely.
As you see that Haven kind of walks away, goes to the garage, and he placed it. You see that the bones are just flung out the bottle.
What? What happened?
Is there a reason you're so frank? First of all, what do you mean eject the skeleton?
Oh, you're pretty chill. I don't know what's going on.
Barry, he just launched bones out of his bottle thingy. I think that's what he means.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
Yeah, there's an orc skeleton that's ejected from his bottle onto the floor of the garage.
A better question then, what is with the orc skeleton?
No, it was the owner. He died here 300 years ago.
And you collected his bones, why exactly?
What I thought it was trying to get a better deal for the car. It became so much worse than that.
By using the visage of a dead...
Did you try scaring the shopkeep into getting a better deal or something?
No, of course not.
What did you do then? I can...
Skip goes over and hugs his leg, because she's not really concerned about the situation, but more about his well-being.
I was gonna walk up to what was I brain forget name? Can I walk up to Haven and notice, would there still be tear stains in your eyes, underneath your eyes?
I mean, his eyes are definitely red and baggy from the amount of crying that he's already done.
The man's fucking shook.
Yeah, he's pretty scarred.
Were you crying?
No, Barry.
Haven,
of course I wasn't crying.
your eyes are
Haven.
red and puffy.
Haven. It's okay to cry.
Just...
He looks down at Skip, and he just looks back up at the picture of Gizmo.
You see the picture of a gizmo. You do see that now they're looking more detailed. It seems that he's holding like a trophy. Has his family by his side. So like to be like an orc female and two orc children. His wife is giving him a kiss on the cheek.
Haven, if anything happened, you can tell us.
The robot is
Yeah.
dead. The robot is dead.
What happened to it?
Still so naive, Barry. Still can't put the pieces together.
Did it
Why?
die? You weren't the one who did it, were you?
I did it. I don't deserve any sort of sympathy.
Seemed pretty torn up about the robot. Was something different about this one or something?
No, regardless, you just killed a person, Haven. What are you doing?
It was mercy.
What do you mean it was mercy?
For this prank. For this stupid thing just to get the car better. I had to turn into him. A man who was gone for 300 years. I never seen a robot cry, but I couldn't let him live. Not after what we've done. Things are just too connected. And if we left, it's just like Berwick. I'll never forgive myself.
Barry's like visibly shrinking a bit the more Haven talks about this. Did you impersonate a family member?
No, I impersonated the man, that skeleton that you see there.
I'm asking you, was that man that robot's family?
He was his boss, but almost like family, you could say. That Robin missed him that much.
Why would you do that, Haven?
Because we would just leave him, or just give him to somewhere else. But no, I know how that feels. He would resent that person for the rest of his life.
You could have. There were other options other than just killing him. Like telling him his boss is gone.
For children's books. In this library, when we're supposed to be doing that in Dogsville.
Just. You don't have to resort to murder.
I had no choice.
What do you mean you had no choice?
He would have known. He tried to touch me. He hugged me.
It's better living knowing that someone's gone than believing a lie.
You don't understand. You weren't there. You didn't look into that robot's eyes and tell him that he was promoted. You didn't tell him that he was going to be fine, and then he tried to touch me and he would just find out right then and there. You would have been devastated, dashed upon the rocks.
I would have just told him that.
No, there is no telling him. There is no, everything will be okay. Nothing will be okay. That robot would have literally just...
I wouldn't have told him everything would have been okay. I would have told him to move on.
How can he move on after 300 years? You tell me 300 years. I've lived 200. More than that.
Whose idea was it?
I wouldn't think that you could do something like this. This seems a bit more malicious.
Yours, Valtris's, or Naja's? Whose idea was it?
He's quiet. He's thinking.
Not the three of us. We were looking for children's books.
Right. Oh, I know. It was. It was mine.
What do you... Haven,
You've taken responsibility for your actions, then.
I don't
You
deserve
toyed
any
around.
pity.
You toyed around with his emotions, and you were the one that made him leave. Sure, he's no longer here anymore. It doesn't mean he's suffering anymore.
he could have learned to live past all of this.
Barry, he was dead for 300 years, and he was waiting for it.
You don't
There's no moving past that. Especially in the world you don't know. Alright?
I feel like you guys are looking at this way too pessimistically.
Well, yes, because if he's pre-annihilation of everything, he's not gonna know this place. Broke down, deserted town, nothing can be done. If anything, none of us should have even interacted. Should have just asked him to repair something, pay for it, and leave. Let him stay in this little isolated bubble. That's better than move on. He's perfectly fine with being here and doing his job. It's worse if you uproot him, and it's terrible if you kill him.
I wouldn't even say that to uproot him. Just show him that there are other things in life that are just being a mechanic.
Uproot him, Barry. You've been moving him away from what he knows and what he's used to. That's uprooting.
I wasn't saying we should uproot him. We should give him the freedom of choice to do what he should with that information. Not just take him from this place.
Well, you can't go back after that. He's gonna be changed no matter what.
There was no winning situation.
Someone you knew for hundreds of years had been dead for probably around like 50 years before it. Then 300 years pass and they're just a skeleton, and you can't comprehend that they're dead. The skeleton's gone. And they are back. Or the skeleton's there. I don't know. You just have the skeleton and your lamp thingy. They come back, even for a minute. They talk to you, you reminisce, and then they're instantly gone. What are you gonna do? Or the rug's pulled from under you, and you're told this person isn't real. They're just an illusion. And that person on the ground, that skeleton, has been dead, and they've been dead for 300 years. What do?
First of all, the situation would have never happened. In any case, if I would have just told him this. I wouldn't have gone through this whole charade of acting like his dead boss.
See?
I don't need that.
I'm not disagreeing. That's not a good course of action. What I'm saying is that at the impasse, that was the best possible action. Things already progressed way too far.
Can you at least show me the body?
He's in the shed. Just down the hall to your left, the end. I can't bear to look at him.
I'll go bury him and give him...
Bury.
No, stop.
Bury him with his balls.
It was her, wasn't it?
The moment it hugged me, yes.
No. Nadia, she told you to do it, didn't she?
No, she didn't.
She's the only one who cares about the card so much as to do something like this.
It's my fault. Didn't I say that before?
I don't believe you. You're clearly just trying to hide it.
We can discuss that in a bit. I want to bury the body.
Skip is still hugging Haven's leg, but she is clenching her hands around it too. You can tell she's pissed.
Raven kind of lowers his arm and kind of just like he kind of strokes the top of not
Skip's
head. You just
Her grip loosens, but she's still shaking.
Alrighty. So, as you go to see the garage, first thing you notice, you do see the body of the construct on the floor broken down, and see that once in a while the lungs twitch a little bit. Seems to be like the wall is broken down, but still twitches a little. The core eye of it, being the blue screen, is showing a lot of error messages as the construct is falling to the floor. The second thing you notice, the card's gone.
So, like, he does, like, a quick double take. Where did it... But before, like, he does anything else, he's gonna go first touch the robot's body, and before doing anything, he's going to... He's going to see if he can try and revive it.
Okay. You do, as you approach, you do hear a... boss.
Oh, thank God you're still... I think you're still here with us. I'm gonna rush over to his side and cast Cure Wound.
As you cast Cure Wounds, it has no effect since it is a construct.
Why isn't this working? This always works. He's gonna look into the screen of the robot. Are you still here?
Boss. Are you okay, boss?
I'm not your boss.
Where is the boss? There
He's
was an
not.
explosion. Is he hurt?
He's not here with us. He never was.
I see. It was a bit too good to be true. Oh.
Are you still think you can come back from this?
I want to rest now.
Wait, what kind of rest do you mean?
The screen goes black, and you see that the twitching limbs go limp.
Barry, like, stiffens up his face and then grabs his body and then walks out. And he walks back towards everyone else.
I'm wrong.
First things first. I'm not sure which one I should start with. You guys want... It's two cases of bad news, really.
Well, the worst news is always better to hear first. Makes the bad news seem like okay news.
The car's gone.
Well, I guess someone didn't like your actions there, even.
And the construct... He was still with us, but... He's actually gone now. I told him about the truth before he went off. I wouldn't want him dying on a lie. His body was moving beforehand, but it stopped after I told him.
Well, now we only have motorcycles. Well, I guess we gotta all get ourselves some rope and some tape, and we'll probably be able to make it back.
Before we do anything, Haven.
He's avoiding eye contact, but he's listening.
Know that mercy killing isn't. This wasn't even a mercy killing. You tried to lie to this thing before killing it. That is. It goes against everything I stand for.
He nods.
I'm not going to forgive you, but I at least want to ask you if you can learn from this.
You see?
That I can do.
Can't you see she just used him and left? Just for those upgrades?
Naja aside right now.
He would have never done that if it wasn't for her!
I'm not agreeing.
She told him to go with her!
Skip. Calm down.
Look, I want to hear Haven's side of the story before we do anything, but first, I want to bury these two together. If I can find a spot to do that.
Look, I already made a deal.
What do you mean you made a...
I made a deal with Naja, alright? I felt she was frustrated, and as our driver, I was going to give her my money. Or something, or in return, just so she can drive us back. And this was the deal. To manipulate that Robin into giving us whatever we, and I went along with it. Robots don't have feelings. Thought. When would they ever? I was wrong.
You wish you wouldn't have to learn that the hard way. This is...
There are lessons to be learned.
I agree on that front.
I'm only relearning them. Now. Still my fault.
In any case, if you ever find Naja again, we're gonna ask her about this. But before we do anything else, let's lay these sleeping bones to rest. And he's gonna move the skeletons, the orc corpse and the robot together in near one place and try to find a place to bury them. Could he?
You could. As you look around, you do find like a patch of road that's a bit broken that you could pull up and easily just dig and bury the bodies.
So yeah, he starts digging out with his claws a hole for the two of them.
Well, you do that. You start to dig the hole with the claws. It hurts, as the dirt is hard and filled with little stones. But eventually, you do manage to dig a hole big enough for the bones and the robotic body. After all, both of those are compact and not really hard to bury.
Aiden, do you want to see them off? I think that silence is no. And then he moves the bodies in, buries them, and then does a prayer over the spot where he buried them.
Very well. And as you finish burying the bodies, for everyone that is not buried, could you roll me perception checks?
Oh fuck yeah!
Again with the natural 20 perception. Holy
Oh, go right
I
ahead.
keep thinking, very fit on.
Does anybody else want to roll? Well, I mean,
No,
anyone else.
I'm gonna give this a skip. Skip, go right ahead.
Wait.
Alright, what do I see with my furious goblin eyes?
So, Skip, as you are looking around, you do notice that you don't see any of the skulls, but you do notice at a distance, with multiple glowing red eyes and with this massive grin on her face, the Harlequin staring at the group. And you hear a and cut. And here's where we're gonna end the session.
Whoa. Okay. I'm a little scared now.
I can't wait for Tobias
Holy
to be
fuck.
killed like he's a random guy in like an 80s slasher flick where he's just like, "What? How do I do this? Like, where's the corkscrew?" And he just gets stabbed in the face with the corkscrew.
Oh,
Guys, the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
A lot
And
happened.
to be fair, it makes sense that the person who is 200 years old would think that way.
The fuck?
I have a name for the episode.
Hmm.
Oil and Tears.
I'm probably sure
Yeah.
that Beltrust probably would have handled that a lot better, but Haven has his way.
What do you say?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Action have consequences, and you definitely.
Your actions.
Yep. I mean, it's in
Everyone's
Naja's character.
actions.
I'm
I
just
did
gonna say
know-
now, Skip despises Naja.
Yeah,
It's
well,
all
let's,
good.
let's rewind.
It's in Naja. The thing is that it's a Naja character to leave because Haven totally screwed everything over. So it makes sense.
Yeah, let's rewind everything that Naja has been enjoying here.
Yeah.
Not only did Haven do a complete 180 with what they agreed on, seeing how gun-ho he was.
He
at the
was.
beginning,
Yeah.
she also has to be having to put up with a narcissistic dickhole of a elf from Tobias, because he told her to her face that he did not expect her to do anything but drive him to point A to point B. Also,
Yeah.
he kind of metagamed it that she could not even kill a zombie. He never saw her fight, let alone anybody else back at.
What could not?
He didn't see.
have
He didn't see
to.
my thing there. He never saw Naja kill anything.
No, he said she could not kill.
I'm saying my reason there is that he didn't see Naja kill anything.
No,
First
you
off,
literally
cut
said
the
it.
stream.
You know, reasoning behind saying that is he never saw Naja kill
Hang
anything.
on, Popo's trying to say anything.
First off,
Poison's trying to say
cut
something.
the stream because this is gonna get into a little bit of a discussion, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Hope everyone enjoyed.
Oh boy!
Hope the stream enjoyed that.